Silver price is bouncing around, and in fact, last night it went as low as $30.08 an ounce. It has since recovered, but I don't want to talk about what's going on right now. I want to talk about JP Morgan, the biggest bank in the world, and their prediction for silver price next year, because they just might be right. SD Bullion is giving away a monster box of 2024 Tree of Life silver coins. Sign up today at sdbullion.com/sweepstakes. Thank you so much for watching. I do sincerely appreciate it. Today is Cyber Monday. We're going to do a quick update on the metals. Then we'll get to that JP Morgan silver price prediction. So currently silver is sitting at $30.64 an ounce. Gold is sitting at $2,651 an ounce. Both gold and silver have gone down today. This is not a big surprise because we are seeing the US dollar actually increase in strength, so it makes sense that metals are falling. And one of the reasons the dollar is up is that the ISM manufacturing PMI came out today. It's at 48.4%. This is better than October, and it beats the forecasted numbers. So essentially, this is saying that the economy is improving. It's not yet in expansion territory, but it is better than it was in October. One of the things I'm looking forward to later this week is that Jerome Powell is going to be speaking on Wednesday, and he might give us some type of inkling as to what the Fed is going to do at the next meeting. Of course, the next Fed meeting is on December 18th, and it's still predicted that rates are going to be coming down another 25 basis points. CME Group has a 65.9% chance of that happening, although it is possible that the Fed won't be doing another rate cut in December. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. But if they do continue to slash rates, this is very bullish for both gold and silver in the short to medium term. One last thing I want to mention before we get to JP Morgan is that Forbes was actually talking about silver last week. The headline here, silver sell-off creates buying opportunity. I found this really interesting. They're actually covering silver, but they say a sharp fall in the price of silver has created a buying opportunity for investors following a metal which has better fundamental appeal than its richer sister gold. Wow, that is a powerful statement right there. I certainly think these lower prices for silver are a great opportunity, and I'm adding as much as I can to my own stack. Now we get to JP Morgan Chase, the biggest bank in the world by far. In fact, their market cap almost double that of Bank of America's. So what does JP Morgan Chase have to say about silver, and why should we care? Well, apparently JP Morgan is now the sole custodian of the SLV ETF holdings. What does this mean? Well, iShares Silver Trust, or SLV, is a bullion-backed electronically traded fund that seeks to reflect the performance of the price of silver. The fund originated in 2006 and holds physical silver bars held in custodial vaults. So this is one way that people invest in silver, and apparently JP Morgan actually has a lot of physical silver on hand. In a statement recently released from JP Morgan, they currently hold, ready for this, 459 million ounces of silver. That is a lot of silver ounces. That's more than half of all of the silver ounces mined so far this year. Now, the silver apparently is in their vaults, and if you invest in their ETF, you're never going to get your hands on any of the physical silver, but apparently they are holding a massive hoard. So they definitely have a vested interest in silver price and where it goes. And when it comes to their silver price predictions, I tend to give them a little bit more weight than I would other silver price predictions. In fact, several former employees of JP Morgan have literally gone to prison for spoofing and manipulating silver price. I mean, look at this. They were sentenced for engaging in fraud, attempted price manipulation, and spoofing as part of a market manipulation scheme that spanned over 8 years, involved tens of thousands of unlawful trading sequences, and resulted in over $10 million in losses to market participants. So do you think these guys knew where the price of silver was headed. Yeah, they absolutely did. And in fact, they controlled where it was headed. Now, I don't think this is still going on today, at least not at the same scale that it was back then. But it just stands to reason that the bank probably has a fairly good idea of where silver price is headed from here. So, all right, what is their prediction? Where do they think silver is going to be next year? And by the way, this article came out this morning, so I just want to note this is brand new information, hot off the press. Now, they have a bunch of predictions down here for different metals, but the one we care about, of course, is silver. So I'm just going to read it right here. For precious metals, JP Morgan projects gold prices rising to $3,000 an ounce and silver surging to $38 an ounce by late 2025 as markets stabilize. Platinum is expected to rally to $1,200 an ounce, driven by supply constraints. So look at that, $38 silver by late 2025. That's JP Morgan's price projection. Now, let's say they're right. Well, we can do a little bit of math and see which is going to be a better investment, gold or silver. So they're projecting $3,000 gold. We're going to divide that by the current gold price, 2649, and we get a 13% increase in the price of gold between now and late 2025. Well, what about silver? They're predicting $38 silver, and currently it is sitting at, we're going to divide it by 30.64, and you get a 24% increase in the price of silver. So clearly, silver is the winner here. Now, just for fun, let's look at platinum and see how that prediction compares to the others. So 958 is what it's at currently. It actually slightly edges out silver. So platinum might be something sneaky to look into, but I mostly just invest in gold and silver. I prefer the monetary metals. Yes, platinum is a precious metal, but gold and silver are the metals which have been used as money for thousands of years. So that's where I would prefer to store my wealth. So there you have it. JP Morgan, the biggest bank in the world, is predicting silver will hit $38 an ounce next year. That's a pretty big jump up from where silver is today. And in fact, their prediction is only 50 cents off from my prediction that I put out a couple of weeks ago. I was predicting $37.50 silver for next year. So do you think the bank was waiting for Silver Dragons to put out his thoughts before they shared theirs? No, I highly doubt that was the case. It's just a coincidence. But we'll have to wait and see what silver does next year. Obviously, they could be way off. Silver could not really do anything. It could go much, much higher than $38. I will say this. I'm excited for the future. Let me know your thoughts, your predictions down below in the comment section, and I will see you all in my next one. Silver Dragons out.